review. Oh, I have the 2017 and 18 DLC. I totally forgot. Let's start with 17. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this. Okay, you still restart the game basically. Hold on. We're about to restart the whole game because we want to. Oh, I'm about to be copyrighted in 3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo, this song was fired.
Dust on my shoes.
Okay. Oh god. Oh, so many memories to this game. So many memories. Okay, we're going to try to do the 2017. We're going to review the 2017 season, then we'll do the 2018 one. Is there an online lobby? Hold on, let's check. Oh my god. There was 10 races ran today. Oh, there's no lobbies up. But there was 10 races done today. Some guy named Twisted Eagle and OG Phantom won like 4 of them. Yo. Okay. We're gonna look at the paint schemes. We'll start in trucks. Okay, Austin Cindric. Remember when Brad Keselowski Racing was still around? When Brad. Okay, so he had the Reese brands, and then there was a playoff scheme, and then he had LTI printing, and then he had the Fitzgerald truck, which looks so nice. I will admit that Fitzgerald truck looks nice. And then he had, yeah, and then he had the scheme. Oh, and then I remember. Oh, I remember he ran a throwback. Cindric ran a throwback. I forgot. Remember they ran a throwback at like Canadian Tire, and oh wow. Yeah, this is back when they actually cared and you got paint schemes for it. Okay. Jennifer Jo Cobb. Jennifer Jo Cobb had a black, pink, and camo truck. That paint scheme wasn't actually that bad. This is actually a pretty good paint scheme. Yeah, that was pretty good. Cody Coughlin. Okay. He had Ride TV and Jegs. That was about it. He only had 2 paint schemes that year. Matt Crafton. So Thor Sport, this was before they switched to Ford. They were Toyota. They had, of course, Matt Crafton had a whole bunch of trucks with like a whole bunch of sponsors due to Menards. He of course had playoff. This is when playoff schemes mattered. This was legit when playoff schemes actually mattered in the game. Custom truck, I never really did a custom truck. Bright, I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I legit do not know how to pronounce that name. But he's in the FDNY truck. I think it's Brian Dozant. Okay. Haley Deegan. She made her first ARCA start this weekend. She had the 38 NASCAR Next Monster Energy truck, which to me looked pretty decent. It looked pretty decent, but yeah, that's a young Deegan. Okay, Grant Infinger. Oh, hold on. I want to see this scheme fully. Come on, truck. Grant Infinger. That was probably my favorite truck in the game, is this one. That was probably my favorite one. Of course, he had Jive, and he had Ride TV, and he had the Champions car, which I like, but Corbin Forrester in the 5. That's a decent paint scheme. Stuart Friesen, before he was decent. Same truck as, yeah, but he had a different font on it. Todd Gilliland in the 46 for KBM in the pedigree truck. Wow, look at Todd Gilliland's face. Just look at it. That's a young ass Todd Gilliland. That is a young ass Todd Gilliland. Noah Gregson, the Switch truck. I think. Oh, what wasn't this? Wasn't this the same truck he won at Martinsville? Guy's first career win at. Okay. Clay Greenfield. It was just a black truck and like yellow numbers. I feel bad for Clay Greenfield. Justin Haley, the only GMS driver in the game. So, Riley Herbst. They added in a whole bunch of NASCAR Next drivers. I remember this. That NOS truck, by the way, looks sweet. Love the NOS truck. Yeah. Austin Hill, before he drove the 16, it was actually good. He drove the 20 for Austin Hill Racing, of course. The paint scheme's not that bad. It's not that bad, but it's not that good. Travis Quaffle, aka Trippy, the team Trippy loves so much, Beaver Motorsports. Full on black paint scheme with red side skirt. How the hell do you pronounce that name? Clayton Lapkevich? Yeah, I like the paint scheme. Tommy Joe Martins. I just gotta ask, why does the eye in Tommy Joe Martins looks like a cigarette? That's my only question. Matt Mills, in the SMD 44. That was a sweet paint scheme. I will give him that much. Joe Nemechek only had one paint scheme. Damn. Faith? I don't even know. What? John Hunter Nemechek. Of course, he had firearms. He had Barry bullets, the playoff scar. He had the pink one with the black top. Love to race that one in league races. Um. Oh, hold on. I skipped the throwback. Shit. Hold on. There. That's the throwback he did for his father. And it looks pretty sweet on a truck. It does look pretty sweet on the truck. And then he ran this black one. I didn't run too much. Okay, Todd Peck. Just plain white truck. Nobody needs to look at that. Chase Purdy in the 17 Bama Buggies. Yeah. Solid paint scheme from Chase Purdy. Don't worry, in Heat 3 he has a better one. Ben Rhodes in the... This was Ben Rhodes before he drove the 99. He drove 27. He only had like two paint schemes. Was his playoff one and Austin Wayne Self in the 32 before he was the 22. Yeah, he was 32. It's still the same sponsor. It was a different paint scheme though. They had Regan Smith in the Advanced Auto Parts number 92 truck. Love this paint scheme. Zane Smith in this number 55 Icon Vehicle Damage or Dynamics, not damage, Dynamics. Zane Smith. They added a whole bunch of NASCAR Next drivers. Myatt Snyder in the 51. Oh, that Liberty tax car. Oh. Yo, that Liberty tax car looks sexy. It looks straight up sexy. And then you have a Louisiana hot sauce. Ryan Truex in the number 16 Hattori Racing. What paint schemes he had? Okay, so he had the regular one that 16 runs like every season, and then he had the Bar Harbor car, which is probably the sponsor he brings, or that backs him. JJ Yaley in the 22 it's the other car, sister to the 32. Same paint scheme basically, just a couple different touches. Tyler Young in the 02 for Young's Motorsport. 02. In the 02 kind of, it looks good. It looks good. Now the champion, the truck champion of that season, Christopher Bell. Ooh, the four JBL cars, like I think the same as it is every year. The playoff scheme, and then the Sirius XM car, which is just the JBL car with light blue. Next, Nice Motorsports, as I just completely skipped over. Nice Motorsports in the 45 TJ Bell. Sporting America. He's sporting America. Spencer Boyd in the Grunt Style number 12. Which, by the way, I love this truck. Love the paint scheme. Yeah, I love the paint scheme. Chase Briscoe in the other Brad Keselowski Racing truck. He had 29. As he had checkered flag. This patriotic truck looks nice. This throwback though looks pretty nice. I will give him that. That throwback looks pretty nice. As that's it for him. Brandon Brown, number 86, Teal Nation truck. That truck looks very well. Harrison Burton in the other 51 truck, for Dex Imaging. Yeah, it's basically the same Dex Imaging truck. Chase Cabry, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing his name right. Cabre. Chase Cabre. I don't like this paint scheme at all. Ross Chastain in the number 66 for Bolden Motorsports. This was my favorite paint scheme right here. The green with the camo and the white was probably my favorite paint scheme as well. Wendell Chavis for Premium Motorsports, of course. Think Wendell Chavis. And that's it for the trucks. We're back to Austin centric. What? Okay. Next is Xfinity. Eric Almirola, we're going to start off with him. This is when they had cup drivers in the game. My favorite one is probably this one right here. This paint scheme looked pretty good. He also had the Fresh from Florida, but that one was my favorite one. Mike, that was I don't know. Michael Annett when he was in the 5. As you know, he had a couple paint schemes. He had of course he had his playoff car because he made the playoffs. That was about it. Dakota Armstrong in the number 28 Winfield car. This was a nice throwback. This is when they actually cared about Xfinity and actually added throwbacks. That's when they actually cared. Ray Black Jr. in the 07 Scuba Life. Yeah, he still drives that car. He still does drive the 07. Brandon Brown. Brandon Brown has Coastal Carolina. That looks pretty nice. William Byron, good old young William. He's got Liberty. Imagine that on a cup car. Imagine that if put a 24 on it and put it on a cup car today. Imagine that. Atlanta. I said Atlanta. Exalta. That Exalta car I wish he would bring back. No lie. This is a good looking Exalta car. Let's see. I think did they add his throwback in? Yeah. Oh yeah, the Ricky Hendrick throwback. That was pretty good. Like I said, this was the year that they actually cared about paint schemes for Xfinity. So, Ross Chastain, the 4 Flex Seal car. It's just your traditional Flex Seal car. Nobody get too excited. Jeremy Clements. I think this is the year he won Road America. He has a red and he has a black one. He has a blue one and hold on, I just skipped over the throwback. Repairable vehicles number 51 throwback to AJ Floyd. That was pretty good. Cole Custer when the 00 font was different. Yeah, that's a very different 00 font than what he had. Of course, he had Co 3, and then the Sam Ard throwback, and the Sam Ard throwback looks very good. And then it was just I think his other schemes. Ty Dillon, he had Bass Pro, and I love this Bass Pro scheme. This was one of my favorites. The Rudd car, and then the Nexium 24-hour car. That looked pretty good. And it's back to his Bass Pro. I don't think they have his throwback on here. Joey Gase actually had paint schemes. Repairable warehouse. That scheme's pretty decent. And then his Donate Life car looks pretty decent. Brendan Gaughan. I think Brendan Gaughan didn't really have any chains of paint schemes. It was just playoff cars. But Brendan Gaughan, pretty good. That's pretty good. Jeff Green, just plain number black on number 8. Mike Harmon. What? First off, look at Mike Harmon's picture. That looks like a NASCAR driver right there. That looks like a NASCAR driver if you put Jack Daniels and Budweiser in his body. Yeah. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's on the hood. It's just a big old number 12. Remember the 12. Okay. Kevin Harvick, Hunt Brothers Pizza, number 41. This was a good paint scheme. And then he had this Textron. Tech Strong number 41. Looks pretty good. Oh, I skipped over to Ken Schrader throwback. The Ken Schrader throwback that he ran at Darlington that year. Looks pretty... I don't know how I feel about it, personally, but it kind of looks decent. Daniel Hemrick, number 21, Bluegate. He had Bluegate. He had Smoky Mountains. I love this paint scheme. The Smoky Mountains car. Poppy Bank. He drove that in the championship when he was in the championship that year. Smoky Mountain. Anderson's Maple Syrup. That car looks good. Did he have a throwback? Oh, World's Strongest Coffee. And they did not add his throwback in that year. Okay. Timmy Hill. Typical number 40. I think Timmy Hill just has, like, whatever. Brandon Jones in the 33. Well, of course, I think... That Menards car, though. The Menards car looks pretty good. Eric Jones in the number 20. Of course, he had Reesers. He had, Heisteins. I think that's what you call. The throwback he ran at Darlington for Davey Allison. This is the year they actually had GameStop in the game. And they had Turtle Beach, which that car looks very nice. They had this car. I don't know what this was for, but it looks pretty. And did they have a third one? No, they didn't. Okay, so they only had 2 GameStop cars in the game. Casey Kane in number 88 Hellman's car. It's the typical Hellmans. Ben Kennedy, the 5th RCR car in this game. Ben Kennedy, the 5th RCR car. Brad Keselowski. He had SKF. Yo, the 22 SKF car looks nice. Fitzgerald looks good. Oh. Discount Tire. I think that was it for Keselowski. Blake Cook. Remember when Blake Cook ran the 11? Ooh, that car looks nice. I'll give it that much. That car looks nice. Then playoffs. And then the Darlington throwback. I think that was to Terry Labonte. No, I don't think that was Terry Labonte. I think that was... I don't know. It's a Budweiser car from Junior Johnson. That's all I can tell you. Blake Cook, by the way. Oh, this car I didn't even know was in the game. I totally forgot this was even in the game. That car looks nice. Okay, that's it. Stephen Light in what I called the zebra car. I called this the zebra car because it looked like an damn zebra. As you can see right there, it looks like a damn zebra. Ran all over the car. Joey Logano, who was in the 12. He had this scheme, and he had the Snap-on car. The Snap-on car looks pretty good. And those are only 2 schemes. Carl Long, basic 13, number black. We don't need to look at you. Dylan Lupton in the Nut Up. First off, who names their... Who remember... Oh, he did the Rainbow Warrior throwback. That actually looks pretty good for a Nut Up car. And then... Yeah, that paint scheme looks pretty good. And that was it. He only had 3 paint schemes that year. Ty Majeski. Bro, I remember they added this fool into the game. Just kidding. Majeski's not a fool. Majeski's not a fool. He had the Roush and he had the Bitto Honey car. I have a diecast of that, by the way. I think that's about it. BJ McLeod. 78. Okay. Brendan Pohl in number 48. This was the second. I think this was either the first. This was the second Chip Ganassi car. Yeah, DC Solar. He had, the DC Solar Patriotic. And that was it. Yeah, that was basically it. Tyler Reddick in number 42 Trace Atkins car, which I bet you nobody remembers him in this one. Ryan Reed. I think he had a couple of paint schemes. Playoff. The throwback. That was a pretty good throw. I don't know who that's to, but that's a pretty good throwback. And then his patriotic. Yeah, the patriotic looks pretty nice. And that was about it. Harrison Rhodes in the 01, typical flex tape car. You don't need to see that. Elliott Sadler. What paint schemes did he have? He had, of course, one main. He had Cessna. It's Cessna on the hood. A breast cancer awareness car. He had a Golden Corral car? And doesn't look that bad. Okay. Of course, he had a throwback to armor. That throwback's decent. Dale's Pale Ale. That sounds like a tongue twister. Armor car. This was I wish Junior Motorsports go back to these armor cars. I wish Junior Motorsports go back to those. Hunt Brothers Pizza. Dang, how many paint schemes did you have? And it's basically the same paint scheme as Kevin Harvick. And that was about it. Morgan Shepherd, the guy who races with Jesus himself. And that says it on the hood, so do not debate me with that. Typical car. Ryan Sieg in the Booyah. I don't even know what Booyah Mortgage. Okay, whatever. Garrett Smithley. No need for him. David Starr. He had better paint schemes. Daniel Suarez, who drove the 18. He had 2 jumper cars. This was the one we just saw was his first one. This one's the second one. He had Comcast. He had Interstate Batteries, which I like this Xfinity car. Subway. Oh my! I totally forgot about Subway. Peak. The Peak car. I didn't even know they had Peak. And that actually looks pretty good. And that was it. Matt Tiff, who had the Trinity, the Fanatics car. What is this? Surface. What is even Surface anyway? And and then the Comcast Patriotic. And then this was a throwback to Dale Earnhardt. Was this a throwback? He ran that and then that car looks pretty nice. The National Brain Tumor Society car looks pretty nice. And then Sirius XM. Dang, he had a whole bunch of paint schemes. Bubba. This was the Roush Bubba. Damn, Bubba looks young. Globe Life. Okay, he only had that one and then Globe Life and then a patriotic one. JJ Haley, 14, meh. Allgaier. Of course, he had Bandit. He had Trademark. Oh, Briars, bro. Briars brung it with the paint scheme. Hold on, I didn't mean to do that. I know he has more. Degree. Okay, Degree. Suave. Advanced Auto Parts. Textron. And that was it. Okay, Monster Energy Cup Series. Let's start with the man himself, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Dale, we miss you, buddy. Well, you're running Homestead this year. Let's look at your paint schemes. The Nationwide car, I didn't know. I thought I had mixed reviews on that one. That car, though, was pretty good. That was fitted. And then Nationwide with the Chevy Truck Month. Mountain Dew. I don't know how I feel about this one. I think there's just too much green put together on this one. The Gray Ghost that he ran at Martinsville. Ooh, I have a die cast of that. Do USA. That looks pretty nice. Exalta, the original Exalta car he ran. His AC Delco throwback. And that was about it. Oh, no. The 600 car that he ran. That looked pretty good. Looked pretty good. Okay. Young Chase Elliott when he was in the 24. Oh, Chase. Let's see what paint schemes you have. Sun Energy 1. Okay, it's basically the same paint scheme he usually drives. Another Napa. Okay, bunch of playoffs. Hooters. Oh, I want to see the original Hooters. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, the Mountain Dew car looks pretty decent. It looks better in black than Dale's. Dale's was like too much green. Kelly Blue Book. This was the original Kelly Blue Book before they have that current scheme. Napa brakes. Oh, this was his throwback. This was his throwback to his dad. I didn't like this one at all. This one was ugly. Hooters, Napa Sun. Okay. Joey Gase, 23. That paint scheme was actually pretty good. I don't know how everybody feels about it, but it was pretty good. Dr. Pepper. Yeah, remember this was BK Racing, guys. This was before BK shut down. Yeah. Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin. Look at this FedEx scheme. This is probably one of the most underrated FedEx schemes, usually. And it sucks that he didn't change it. That, I think, was his Martinsville car. You know, the one that he dumped Chase Elliott for, which was the funniest thing in the world. Just saying. Sports Clips. Yeah, remember when he actually ran a Sports Clips car? FedEx Cares, he ran that at Indy. And then this Darlington car that he won. Yeah, the Darlington, his Darlington scheme. Looked pretty good. Okay, Kevin Harvick. This was the first year that Stuart Haas was on Fords. Jimmy John's. Busch beers, same Busch beer you usually have. Mobile 1, I think this was a Sonoma win. Yeah. It looks like Sonoma win. A Busch beer non-alcoholic car. Mobile 1. Busch Light, which is basically the same as it is today. Mobile 1. Mobile 1, this was the green one. This was the annual protectional car. Is there any more? Oh yeah, and then the throwback. The throwback is pretty good. I love this throwback. I think this was to a can. I think this is to one of the Busch cans. So, any more? No, that's good. Okay. Timmy Hill. It's correction. This should be Carl Long, but it's Timmy Hill. Okay. Jimmy Johnson. This was Jimmy Johnson before the Pocono crash, and then he sucked afterwards. So of course you have the Lowe's, and then you have the Jimmy Johnson Foundation. Yeah, remember when he ran those cars? Jimmy Johnson Foundation. I think he has a throwback and another. Oh, there's the Cobalt car. I always loved the black car, the black car and then the blue car, but I think he ran a throwback this year. Yeah, this was apparently a throwback to a delivery truck, which it looks horrible. So I didn't like this personally. Oh shit! I skipped over to 600 car. Fuck. Hold on. Okay, there. The 600 car. Remember when he ran out of gas on like 2 to go and let Austin Dillon win the race? Yeah, remember that? Yeah, that was a wonderful year. Eric Jones in the 77 5-hour energy. Which, by the way, I like this car very much. This was one of my favorites. He had 5-hour energy. He had Sirius XM, which was probably my second favorite. This was his throwback. Apparently, where the black part of the car was supposed to have like photos of NASCAR history on it, but they didn't even put it into the game, which kind of pissed me off. Sports clips. Yeah, remember when he had that? He had that way before he was at like JGR. If you can keep saying the Drive Toyota. I think this is Toyota Care, and then Toyota Service Care, and then back to 5-hour energy. Yep. Casey Kane. This was his second to final year. Yeah, this was his second final year because he ran the 95. He ran the 95 for his last year. He had Farmers and he had Liftmaster. If we can see, yeah, Liftmaster. You had this one was the breast cancer awareness car for great clips. Yeah, remember Mountain Dew? Oh, I don't know how to feel about that one. Go 90, which apparently was a Facebook TV show for Hendrick. Unifirst. Drive to End Hunger, which sponsored him for like one race, and the paint scheme wasn't even good. And then the throwback. This was a pretty good throwback. That throwback looked pretty good. Okay. And then Great Clips. This was the original Great Clips car. Looks pretty good. And then I think that was the final one. DJ Kennington. For the first ever Gaunt Brothers entry. I don't know how to feel about that one. Matt Kenseth. This was technically his final full-time season. He had the Tide Pods. I love this car. I love it. DeWalt's. This was I think this is so cool. It was his final ride car for Miami. Looks pretty good. The Toyota, this was at Watkins Glen when he finished second. The Trucks looks pretty good. Sirius XM. Oh, the Sirius XM car. Oh, that looks pretty good. The Peak. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Toyota Care. Oh, this was his throwback. Apparently, this was a throwback to one of his Busch Series cars. So, okay. Blue Death. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Tide Pods. Circle K. Of course. And then back to DeWalt. Yeah, and that was it. Brad Keselowski. Let's see the paint schemes he got. Of course, he got the traditional Miller Lite car that they never change, but it still looks good. Auto Trader. Okay, it's these are basically the same paint schemes he runs every year. Yeah, but the Auto Trader one's about the oldest one. Worth. Yeah, remember when Worth ran the Penske traditional thing? Of course, playoff scheme after playoff scheme, and then you had the Brad stuff. Fitzgerald. Oh, I skipped the Fitzgerald. Fuck. Of course, he ran genuine draft that year. Of course, traditional Miller Lite car he got throwback to. We'll go back. This was his first. I think this is the first year the Patriotic came to Miller Lite. So we'll go back to the Fitzgerald car. If there's not a new paint scheme. Yeah, basically. Oh, I skipped the Dale Jr. tribute. Oh, damn. I'm skipping everything. Alright. He has so many paint schemes, I can't remember where I should be. Damn it, Brad. To be having an alcoholic sponsor, and then 704 has to, like, find a way. There's the Fitzgerald car. I love this car. If they ran the Fitzgerald car like this, I would be completely fine with it. Okay, and let me get to the Talladega car they ran. It was a tribute to Junior because Junior started his career. It was basically a throwback to when he ran the '88 Navy car. Let's see if we can get it here without me skipping it. There we go. Can we get the? Okay, we'll just settle for the Brad K version. This was the Cheer the Dales. You can see on the back of it. This was basically the tribute at Talladega that he won. So, and I think that's about it. I think that's about it. So, again, BK Racing. He had the '83, of course. He had a couple paint schemes. The JAS car doesn't look half bad. And RMC events, Bubba Burgers. Yeah, remember when they were all over the hood of BK. And then you had like the rest. Kyle Larson when he drove Target. Looks pretty good. Credit One, the first Credit One scheme. Then Target. Clover, I think this was the first season. I think it wasn't on the back, but the front was First Data. Yeah, it says First Data on the front. Oh yeah, and then the throwback he did to Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty's 42 Peak car. They did with Credit One. That looks pretty good. I think that was it. I think that's it. Yeah, that's about it. Joey Logano. Let's see, you got a typical shell. This was the old Pennzoil car. Remember, they changed it now. So technically, this is the old Pennzoil car. Auto Trader. AAA, of course, every year. The Duralast car. This looks pretty good. The checkered pattern makes the car look perfect. I'm just saying. This was this a throw? I think this was a throwback. And I'm kind of mixed on it. Oh, that was the 600 car. I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of like got a red and black outline, but the gold and white is like throwing me off. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Michael McDowell for Levine Family Racing before he went the front row. He had K-Love. And then he had the Alan Kowicki throwback. And then he had K-Love. That was about it. Jamie Mack. Let's see what you got over here, brother. You have the Cessna McDonald's car. Okay. You have the McDonald's car. You have, the Bass Pro. That Bass Pro car looks pretty good. The Cessna ones I liked. These ones I liked them for Cessna. Cessna McDonald's. Gear Wrench. This was the first season of Gear Wrench on the car, which looks pretty good. Cessna. This was the throwback. This was to Donnie Allison. Hawaiian Tropics car. Ooh, this one looks good. The Credit One and the Cessna car. That's pretty good. Gear Wrench. And then, okay, that's about it. Paul Menard, number 27 RCR entry. Remember, this was when he was at RCR. Of course, it's traditional Menard's car. Did they add his throwback in this year? For this year, did they add it in? No, they didn't even add his throwback, but he had like a whole bunch of sponsors, a whole bunch of colors. Yeah. Ryan Newman, when he was at RCR, of course he had the 31 Caterpillar car, looked nice. This was one of my favorite Caterpillar cars. Granger, Okuma, I hope I'm saying that right. No, that was Koch. That was Koch. Wastemaster Solutions. Oh, that's pretty good. Chevrolet. That Chevrolet car looks very generic. That looks like Childress. I don't even know what this was for. Then the Dale Earnhardt throwback. This was of course the Wrangler car. Granger, Caterpillar, Granger. Okay, that was about it for paint schemes. Danica Patrick. I remember this. This was her final season. She had the Aspen Dental as her primary sponsor. Mobile One. She had the green one. Tax Act. Code 3, which I think that she brought in that sponsor. Aspen, I think that was her second Aspen Dental car. They added the light blue. Her original and then her Mobile One. That was about it. David Reagan, I think this was his first year back on Front Row. He had the Camping World and Good Sam car, which looked pretty nice. I thought those were one of the best paint schemes. Branders, or Brandies, that looks pretty good. Overtons, Juice Battery, if we can get it. I love this paint scheme. That was one of my favorite paint schemes. Shriners Hospital, it's camo. And then that Shriners Hospital car looked ugly. That looked ugly. The Camping World throwback, I don't even know what this was to, but, that's fine. Jacob Companies, this was the 600 car. That was pretty good. Original Jacob Companies, and then back to the Good Sam. Okay. Elliott Sadler, number 7. Tommy Baldwin Racing, Golden Corral. Okay. Reed Sorensen, plain black car. You don't need to see that. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the Fastenal 17. I love this Fastenal. Yeah, that's old Fastenal. Sunny D. And this was the old Sunny D car. Hugs Fruit Barrel. And then the breast cancer awareness. Fifth Third, which that looked pretty good with the pink numbers. And then the Roush Yates throwback. I think he passed away that year. They did a throwback. This was the Davey Allison's car, which I think he owned. So in 17. Then the NESN car, which I think was a network. And then, of course, he had playoff cars. The Go Bowling car. Ooh. I love this Go Bowling car. It looks nice. Playoff Fifth Third. Ford EcoBoost. I think that was his patriotic. And then the Darrell Waltrip throwback he did with the Fifth Third color. I did not like him doing the Fifth Third colors on this throwback. It just doesn't look right. Ooh, I love that car. Well, I didn't even know that car even existed. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Hold on. Fun fact: the way that the lines, if you look at the quarter panel when it turns around again, that is actually a glitch that the 704 could not solve. You see, that was not a part of the paint scheme. That was a designer glitch. Right there. That was never a part of the paint scheme. Daniel Suarez in the Eris car. This was the year that Carl Edwards all of a sudden retired and they needed a driver, so they was like, bam, Daniel Suarez. Okay. So this was there's Eris. Irwin and Lexon. I hope I said it right. Also, look at Daniel's face. That is a young Daniel right there. Comcast. That scheme looked good. Camping World. I remember he ran that at Talladega. That was the other Eris car. The one with the gray. Subway. This was before Subway decided to back out of contract because they didn't like what Daniel Suarez was doing. Stanley's. This Stanley's car looks pretty good. This was the old Stanley scheme. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. MTJ, the champion of that year, or of the year of the game. In the this was a nice Bass Pro Shop car. Auto owners, the old auto owners car. Ooh. Tracker, the Furniture Row car. That's the original one. Auto owners, Furniture Row, Bass, Furniture Row, Bass. Oh, the Ducks Unlimited car with the green and the blue and the camo and the black. Yeah. Furniture Row. This was the throwback. I think this was like the 40th year of Bass Pro Shops, and I think that it looks very similar to Dale's throwback, but instead of like the gold wrapped around the whole side of the car, they just like left it there. Wix filters. I think they ran that at New Hampshire. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Cody Ware and number 51 Pirates. ECU Pirates. Okay. Oh yeah, and then the throwback. I think this was the Days of Thunder throwback, if I'm correct. Yeah, that's the Days of Thunder throwback. Right there. And that was it. Cole Witt. Remember when the 72 was around for TriStar? Yeah. We all remember. That was the throwback. I think that was a throwback to the owner in the late model days. And then otherwise he had the RTIC coolers. So AJ Allmendinger. He basically had the same paint scheme except for his throwback, which was a Terry Labonte throwback. Looks pretty good. And then he just had the same paint scheme. Yeah, that's it. Eric Almirola, when he was in Richard Petty and decided to break his own back. In the Smithfield's car. Waffle House was also on the hood, but you can't see it because it's like all the way back there. Fresh from Florida. I think this was a major sponsor with Smithfield or something. I don't know. Oh, STP. Remember when STP was a sponsor? Well, there you are. That's the Richard Petty throwback. I think. I don't know. I think STP had another similar paint scheme. U.S. Air Force. That was a pretty good scheme. I have a die cast of it, but it was with Bubba Wallace's Camaro. Okay, that was the original STP car. This was the original STP car you would usually run at Martinsville. And I think that would be it. Yeah, that's it. Trevor Bayne in the Advocare number 6. As you can look, I don't know what the hell was going on with the side of this car. Liberty National. Good looking paint scheme, my thoughts. I thought the paint scheme was good. The breast cancer awareness version. The Roush parts. And then the Avocare. And then the breast cancer awareness Ford EcoBoost. Performance plus parts. And then the EcoBoost. And then the Mark Martin throwback, which I thought was decent. And then the Ford EcoBoost again. And then back to the Avocare. And that was it. Ryan Blaney. Oh, God. That boy looks like a kid. Ryan Blaney has the Motorcraft number 12. Just like the usual Wood Brothers. Of course, he made the playoffs that year. Omnicraft. I think this was the first year Omnicraft. Oh yeah, he had SKF. Quick Lane. I don't know is that Quick Lane or SKF? No, SKF. Okay, apparently he ran SKF. I know he had a Quick Lane car. Yeah, this was the Quick Lane car he ran at Indy. Yeah, I thought this one was pretty good. And then the Kyle Petty throwback that he had that year. It was a throwback to Kyle Petty's Sitco car. And I think that was about it. Yeah, that was it. Clint Boyer, his first year in the 14. Of course, he had the Mobil 1 car. That was his primary sponsor. He had the Haas. Then he had the green Mobil 1. He had the black Haas car. And then you got to keep going around. This was his throwback. It was to the Carolina Ford dealers. This was the original Rush Truck Center's paint scheme with Clint Boyer. And then Haas, Mobil 1, Haas. Okay, he has no more paint schemes. Chris Buescher with the Cottonelle. I don't know. I never know how to pronounce that paint scheme. I think it's Cottonelle. Okay. 37. They had the Bush's Baked Beans. Then he had the Maxwell House number 37. The Clorox number 37. I think basically he had mostly the same. The Bush cars. The Bush's Baked Bean cars need to return. I'm just saying. Like, they need to return. Because these paint schemes were nice. Natural Light. I think this was the Barstool one. And then he had Scott's. This was a throwback. I don't know who it was to. I think it was to like some female driver. I don't know, but it's a throwback. Kingsford, and then back to the beginning. Kurt Busch, the Daytona 500 winner. I remember in this game, if you pre-ordered it, you got Kurt Busch's Daytona 500 race win. I don't know if I did pre-order it or not. But Monster Energy and Haas, he had the Monster Energy car. The State Water Heaters. Okay. Haas, Monster Energy, Haas. Oh, yeah, the Mobil 1 annual. They had, I think, every Haas car in the game had the green Mobil 1 car. Confused the hell out of people. I think that was it. Yeah, that was it. They didn't ask. Oh yeah, you didn't have a throwback back then. Kyle Busch, number 18 M&Ms like every year. The Snickers Crisp. The Snickers Crisp car, though. I will say that scheme is fire. That scheme is fire. Then the Interstate Batteries car. I'm so happy that they changed the paint scheme for this year. The M&M Caramels car. To be caramel or caramel. Tell me which one you pronounce it as. I pronounce it caramel. Some people pronounce it as caramel. Okay. The Halloween car. He usually drives an M&M's Halloween car anyway. And then back to this one, and then did he have like? Oh yeah, the Skittles. I think this was the Skittles Sweet Heat car. It's basically the Skittles car with a couple flames. Just about it. Oh, the Pedigree car. I think he always has bad luck in the Pedigree cars. I'm just saying. Kyle Busch has bad luck in these cars. Then his two Patriotics. Regular Skittles, Patriotic. I think that's it. Yeah, that was about it. Landon Castle, yeah, remember when Landon Castle drove the 34 for front row? Yeah, he had CSX. I'm not going to say what it really means. MDS. That one's the typical front row style. Pete's Store, the Pete's Store. 4-8 auctions. I said auctions. And then that was throwback. They ran that throwback like 2 years straight. And I don't know why. They ran that in 16. They ran that in 17 again. The Patriotic whatever the fuck it is. And then Love's. Okay. Derek Cope, Premium Motorsports. Nobody needs to see that. Custom. Matt DiBenedetto when he was in the 32 for Go Fast Racing. Wow, he had EJ Wade on the car. He had the Can-Am cars. I love the Can-Am cars. Can-Am cars were my favorite. Corvette parts. He had a pink one and orange one. A Cosmo Motors. That was a pretty good paint scheme. If it can keep turning. Oh, that looks so good. I think that was about it. Austin Dillon. Yeah, that Dow car looked ugly. I did not like this Dow car with the black thing to the white and the red. That was horrible. American Ethanol, which was basically the E15. Another Dow car. The Ryan Newman car we saw earlier. The 600 car. Wow. The car that he won for the 600. That is actually a pretty good car. I cannot lie about that one. The new Era car. That car looked pretty good. The AAA looks nice. I wish they can revert back to his AAA scheme instead of the one that he already has. Lucas Oil, pretty good. And then Chevrolet car, same as Newman's. The same throwback as Newman they did for Dale Earnhardt. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Ty Dillon, number 13 Geico car. I think this is his first year with Jermaine. They did a Smokey Unique throwback that year. I think they also ran this throwback a couple years straight. Twisted Tea, yeah. Remember when they had Twisted Tea on the car? Remember when 704 actually put it in the game? Yeah, remember that? I do. Geico Patriotic. Always love the Geico Patriotic cars with the black and the camo. They look always nice every year. And that's about it. Then Jeffrey Earnhardt had the number 33. Little Joe's car. Autos. Okay. And that's about it for the Cup. We're going to move to the 2018 DLC. Because they had the 2018 DLC in this game. And they had the original layout of the Roval, too, in this game. Like, this was the original layout before they even, they changed it. And I can remember the original layout of the Roval was hell on earth. Just saying. So, while we are loading into the 2018 DLC, is it going to play music? I wonder, because I kind of want to hear a little bit more of that soundtrack. Hello? You going to load? Okay, yay! Yeah, we'll just pick Brad Keselowski. Yeah. Normal. Okay, we just want to see the paint schemes. We're here for the paint schemes. This was 2018 deal. Oh yeah. So he had the Miller Lite, and then he had Discount Tire. Oh, and the Discount Tire one in this game does not look that bad. I will say it looks actually better in this game than it did in Heat 3. Kyle Larson, was credit one car Camaro. Joey Logano had the same paint scheme. Carl Long. Ty Majeski had a car. He had a Cup car. Michael McDowell. That was when he changed. McMurray. This was a nice car. This was a nice car. Paul Menard. I wasn't a big fan of this Menards car. It's too yellow. I called it the Banana Buster. That's the nickname I gave it. The Banana Buster. Because it looks so yellow, I thought it was a big ass banana. Shaped into a car. Ryan Newman had the same paint scheme but on a Camaro, which actually looked pretty nice. David Reagan had the Shriners car, looked pretty nice. Stenhouse's new Fastenal car looked pretty nice. Daniel Suarez's Eris car for 2018. Oh, the Martin Truex Jr. car, though, looks pretty nice, too. Darrell Wallace Jr.'s number 43 Click and Close looks pretty nice. Colwitt's RTIC car. AJ Allmendinger's Kroger's car. Eric Almirola in number 10. Trevor Bain's number 6, which looked pretty good. Ryan Blaney's Banana Buster car. Oh, Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman's nationwide car. That looks pretty good. I love that scheme. Clint Boyer's Haas car, which is about the same. Chris Buescher's, what was this car? Kleenex, I think it was? Yeah, it was Kleenex. Harrison Burton, yeah, they had a whole bunch of NASCAR Next drivers in here. Kurt Busch, they had a whole bunch of NASCAR Next drivers in here because they couldn't fill out the roster, so they were just like, you know what, we're just going to throw NASCAR Next drivers in. Kyle Busch, William Byron in the Exalted number 24 with the Flames. Chase, we're going to call him Chase. Haley Deegan's Cup car, which was a Toyota, because remember she used to drive Toyota. Yeah, everybody almost forgot that until she ran second in ARCA. Matty Benedetto, number 32. Austin Dillon's number 3 car, and that car eventually won the Daytona 500. Ty Dillon's Geico car. Chase Elliott's Napa car. Which by the way, they had the know-how. If you look at the know-how, they had it so low on the rear bumper, it wasn't even funny. They fucked up on that one. Brendan Gaughan, this is his current car he drives for Cup. He drives this on super speedways now. Todd Gilliland, NASCAR Next driver, pedigree Toyota. Denny Hamlin had the same paint scheme back-to-back years. Kevin Harvick had a different paint scheme, and it looked actually pretty good. Jimmy Johnson, I hated this Lowe's for Pros car with a passion. I hated it. I did not like black on Jimmy Johnson. Eric Jones had the same DeWalt car as Matt Kenseth. Casey Kane had the 95. I almost said 45. 95 Pro Car. DJ Kennington had a great car. They had that great car. And then we're back to Keselowski with the 2 schemes. So before we end off this video, I have to do one thing. I have to do one thing. Where is it? Where is it? We are going to run the original layout of the Charlotte Roval before we end this video. We're going to do a 4% race only. We'll put on light damage, and we're doing manual transmissions. This is the first time I have ever raced in this game in 2 years. No, because they came up with the Roval in 2018. They didn't come up with it in 2017. Okay, oh yeah, remember they had these screens with the Toyota drivers because, you know, Toyota kissed their ass a whole lot. So we're going to run one race of the Roval, and that's where we're going to end off this Heat 2 review video. Oh my god, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see how driving is in this game compared to Heat 4. Okay, if we can get into... Oh, wow. Continue. Oh my god. Oh, I have engine sounds on. Whoa.
Check your belts. We're
Oh
going
god.
green. Nice and smooth there.
How do you change cameras?
Green flag.
Oh, I don't know how to change cameras. Oh, then you press X. Okay, good. Oh, I have AIs on EVS difficulty. Oh god, oh, braking feels so different. The braking feels so different. Oh my god, the graphics are so horrible. I'm running into everybody. Oh my god, driving in this game feels so different.
Stay left. Clear place.
It's 5 lappers, so I should have put the AI on. Oh god, this was with the hairpins. Oh god.
Clear place.
Remember, this was the original layout of the Roval before they decided to put a chicane on the back straightaway and all the infield stuff. So I just turned off my mirror. I have no 360 cam. I gotta remember, I have like no 360 cam at all. Oh God. I remember you can. Oh, that was smooth right there.
All clear, all clear.
Oh God, the braking. Oh God. I gotta remember the braking sucked in this game. As I just turned off my mirror again. I gotta remember this is not the usual shifting I usually do. Get back to, okay, we'll do hood view, as I can't fucking turn. I have no track map. I keep looking like there should be a track map
All
there.
clear, driver.
Oh God, braking sucks. Hey Brad, how are you?
All clear, all clear.
Oh God, yeah, braking sucks in this game. How do you check tires again? Oh, B. Oh God. Oh my God, I'm sliding everywhere. Oh God, yeah, braking. This braking feels so different. I'm so used to E4 as I'm trying to look behind me, but again, there's like no cam. All you can do is look side to side. Yeah, that back stretch chicane was so easy in Heat 2 and Heat 3. I don't know. Now I know why they changed the damn layout of the racetrack. Nobody likes those airplanes. Heat 2 feels like cancer right now. Compared to driving in Heat 4, this game feels like cancer. Like literally, it feels like cancer. Apparently, so far my best time's a 1:28.695. This is horrible. This feels so cancer. Oh, this feels so cancer. The car feels so tight. I'm going through the grass. I want to know, is the pause glitch possible? I'm gonna make... Is it possible to replicate? Yo, I'm gaining ground every time I'm doing this. Look at the time. I'm gaining ground. I am gaining ground using this. Oh, I just killed myself. Okay, get out of this angle. Kyle Busch just went flying past me. Bubba Wallace is closing up on me. Oh, I just blocked him. What does the damage model look like? I can tell you this much, it doesn't help you turn at all. Look at that damage model. Look at my front nose. Damage model is way better. As we're coming up on the back of the field. Was 2 to go. Oh. Look at this, like, this hairpin is so cancer. Oh. Can't look behind me. No, Kyle Busch. What did wrecking look for the AI? I'm gonna wreck Kyle Busch and see what was wrecking look like to the AI. Look how easy that is. Why is that not in Heat 4? And why is it not that in real life? Okay, I'm gonna wreck Kyle Busch here. See what happens. Oh my. Oh shit! This got backed into. One to go, okay. We have to do the race. I had to wreck Kyle Busch at least once. I want to see what AIs look like when wrecking.
Still a car out there.
Now guys, remember, this is the original layout of Roval. This was before they added that new infield section.
Clear all around.
Yeah, but it was a part of testing. They did it. This was the first layout that they tested with AJ Allmendinger. Allmendinger didn't like it. So they went to the current layout of Roval.
Left. Stay left. Stay left.
Oh, hey, Bubba. Oh, Bubba. Don't get away from me, Bubba. Bubba, no. I want to win this. I want to win this. I will bonsai dive it. I don't care if I'm not in range. I will bonsai dive it! You see how bad Bubble was killing it into the wall? Oh, view the replay. Well, I want to see this. Okay, I can fast forward. We're gonna fast forward to the last lap and see Bubba Wallace. First off, I want to get a look at the damage model because I think the damage model was horrible in this game. There ain't no brakes in Heat 2. Boom. Okay. They kind of have the same camera angles from like spectator mode. Look at that damage, by the way. That was the damage model. Let's look at when I crashed Kyle Busch here. Look at Kyle Busch. Okay. Let's look at my bonsai dive. We're going to take a look at my bonsai dive. Bonsai! I put Bubba Wallace in the wall badly. Damn. Oh yeah, and this was the congratulations thing. There was no driver. There was just the car and your crew. That was about it. Okay. Well, I think that's going to be it for Heat 2, man. I remember I have a lot of memories on Heat 2. And Heat 2 was a fun game. So thank y'all for watching this. I'm going to call it a review. Okay. Thank y'all for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. This is Just Cause, signing out.